Leading Case 22 Rameshwar Prasad and Ors v. Union of India, and ANR, 2006, 1 SCR 562. In a historic landmark case, Rameshwar Prasad has taken on the Union of India, challenging the status quo and sparking a national conversation. This video delves into the details of the case, exploring the implications and repercussions of this monumental battle. From the courtroom drama to the potential outcomes, we'll examine every aspect of this groundbreaking case. Join us as we dissect the Rameshwar Prasad versus Union of India case and its far-reaching consequences. Did you know that the case of Rameshwar Prasad and Ors v. Union of India set a significant precedent regarding the powers of the president in India, influencing how constitutional law is interpreted even today? Rameshwar Prasad, Ors v. Union of India, and ANR, a landmark case in Indian jurisprudence, particularly in the field of parliamentary procedure and the powers of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Indian Parliament. In this case, the petitioners challenged the validity of a decision of the Speaker to disqualify them as members of the Lok Sabha for defecting from their political party. The petitioners argued that the decision of the Speaker was arbitrary, violative of their right to freedom of speech and expression, and unconstitutional. The Supreme Court of India, in its judgment delivered on January 25, 2006, upheld the validity of the Speaker's decision to disqualify the petitioners. The court held that the Speaker's decision was based on a proper interpretation of the 10th schedule of the Constitution, which deals with the disqualification of members on the ground of defection. The court also held that the Speaker's decision was not arbitrary, as it was based on a careful examination of the evidence and the relevant provisions of the Constitution and the rules of procedure of the Lok Sabha. The court further held that the petitioners' right to freedom of speech and expression was not violated, as the disqualification was based on their act of voluntarily giving up their membership of their political party. The judgment in this case has important implications for the functioning of parliamentary democracy in India, as it reinforces the principle of party discipline and upholds the powers of the Speaker of was issued establishing president's rule in the state until a government could be constituted. The president's rule was only supposed to be transitory. However, on April 27, 2005, the governor published a report stating that there is a possibility of horse trading in the state, and that another chance to form a government should be offered. On the 21st of May 2005, the governor presented a new report, in which he repeated his previous position and requested that the suspended assembly be dissolved, so that the electorate could prove their government in the assembly once more. The Legislative Assembly of Bihar was dissolved on May 23, 2005, as a result of this report. This was argued in front of the Supreme Court. Issues raised. 1. Is it permissible to dissolve the Legislative Assembly before its first sitting under Article 174(2)(b) of the Constitution? 2. Whether the 23 May 2005 proclamation to dissolve Bihar Assembly was illegal and unconstitutional. What does Article 361 provide the governor in terms of immunity? The reasoning of the court. The minority's opinions appear to be based primarily on reasons that affirmed the president's order's constitutional legitimacy. To begin with, the Bomai case was inapplicable since there was no legislature to diverge, subtract, or weaken the principles established in the Bomai case, nor can they replace its core thinking. Second, it said that there was no evidence that the governor genuinely hindered the Janata Dal from making a claim. The latter had taken no preparatory steps to stake its claim before the governor intervened. With all due respect to the court, it is submitted that the minority utterly disregarded the fact that the main point of proposing the assembly's dissolution in such a hurry was to prevent Nitish Kumar from even mounting a claim to form the government. Third, as Justice Pasayat pointed out, the governor's actions could not be viewed as politically correct if he believed they were morally wrong. This is his point of view. It may be incorrect in terms of his authority. The Constitution may or may not spell it out explicitly.